When Samuel Scott dialed 911 to tell them his car had been stolen, it took the police 30 minutes to show up. But when they got there, instead of catching the thief, they arrested Samuel, the car's owner. But why did the police arrest the victim instead of the actual thief? On June 1st, 2018, Samuel Scott Jr. was leaving his aunt's house around 5:40 p.m. after visiting her and noticed that his Jeep Compass had disappeared. He called the Miami Police Department to report that his 2006 black Jeep was stolen from outside his aunt's house in Buena Vista. When the police arrived, they handcuffed Samuel Scott for a reason he could not believe, an arrest that led to a $500,000 lawsuit.
Put your hands behind your back for me. Huh? Put your hands behind your back for me. 432. 432. I'm being arrested. Detained right now. Why am I being detained? I'm going to explain to you in a minute.
According to the arrest report, around the same time, a police officer named Jonathan Guzman noticed a Jeep Compass 2 miles away from Scott's location, driving 20 miles over the speed limit. Guzman tried to stop the speeding vehicle, but it collided with another vehicle and the driver got out and fled the scene on foot. Guzman did not see the driver's face, but saw a 6 feet 2 inches heavy-set black male wearing a white tank top fleeing the scene. When the police arrived at Scott's aunt's house, they thought he was the one who committed the crime, not the victim.
I'm telling you guys got the wrong guy. I can confirm where I was, and I can even confirm my activities. I recently logged off of the VPN at my job.
Okay. At what time?
Roughly before I came over here, before I called you guys. But I'm telling you, you guys got the wrong guy.
They mistook him for the suspect they were searching for, a tall, bald, heavy-set black man in a white tank top. But Scott was 4 inches shorter and wearing a black shirt over a white undershirt, not a white tank top. The report mentioned the person who reported the stolen car looked like the person who ran away after the accident.
Okay. The description of the guy that took off from your car is just like yours.
But that's half of Miami, bald-headed with...
The officers began interrogating him as if he had stolen his own vehicle. Scott seemed surprised and attempted to tell officers that they arrested the wrong guy and that he'd never gotten in trouble with the law to the point of being jailed. However, the cops did not believe him. They also humiliated him in front of his kids.
But that's half of Miami, bald-headed with a beard. Even if he had dreads, it's dreads with a beard. But then that's... It's not fair. I mean, like I said, my kids, I called because my car got stolen. My kids are over there. They don't even know what's going on.
So what time was your car stolen?
I told you, probably around about 5. I didn't pay attention to the time. I really just jumped out of the car to go see. That's it. If you want, like I said, we can go. Like, I had my kids and stuff like that, dropped them off, came over to say hi. And I went, I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't. I mean, like I said, I know the people that stay across there, over here, all over the place. I don't know what happened. My car just, somebody jumped in, drove off. And I'm sorry, but I'm telling you, I didn't do it. I mean, literally, I mean, why would I call the police? I mean, I called because my car is stolen. I mean, how many of my kids are going to get home? My pillow, my work ID, my work stuff, all of that stuff is in there. Why would I... That's why I'm like, why am I in handcuffs? If I'm calling them and I'm...
Just give me a second, okay?
Following his arrest, Scott was charged with leaving the scene of an accident, false reporting of a crime, failure to carry a concealed weapon license, and possession of marijuana. But those charges were ultimately dropped. Officer Guzman, who had a body camera recording the incident, was seen with Samuel Scott's wallet and cell phone in his possession. However, these items were not returned after the arrest. By February 2020, attorney Bradley Pepper, who was representing Scott in his legal case, was still trying to track down Scott's personal belongings, but there was no record of those items. For unknown reasons, Officer Guzman turned off his body camera multiple times during the arrest. By February 2020, an investigative panel in Miami concluded that he showed negligence of duty in his actions as the arresting officer. 3 years later, Scott filed a lawsuit against the city of Miami and the 5 officers who arrested him. He said they searched him illegally, put him in jail for no reason, and discriminated against him based on his race on that day in June 2018. Scott was asking for $500,000 in compensation. He reported the incident to the police thinking they would help him, but it turned out they treated him unfairly because of his race. We don't know if Scott won the lawsuit. If he did, the money won't be paid by the police officers but by the hard-working taxpayers in the country. Subscribe for more true crime videos.